Arsenal leave it late but deliver an outstanding victory against a determined Newcastle United on Matchday 6 of the Premier League. It took sheer effort and the reintroduction of our ever-reliable captain Odegaard to spark 2 goals in just over 10 minutes and snatch all 3 points. The game began exactly as anticipated, with Newcastle lining up in a 4-3-3 formation and pushing to claim the first goal. The tempo was relentless from the start, so much so that both sides often struggled to settle into their defensive shape. This produced a flurry of chances at both ends. For Arsenal, Gyokeres and Eze found themselves in promising positions, and Trossard was denied only by the post. Arsenal also believed that they had a penalty when Pope clattered into Gyokeres, but after a lengthy VAR review, the appeal was waved away. At the other end, Newcastle proved equally dangerous. Voldemort caused constant problems for the Arsenal centre-backs, while Gordon gave Timber plenty to think about. Voldemort's pressing forced a mistake from Mascara, conceding a corner that led directly to the opener. Gabriel was caught far too soft in the duel, allowing Voldemort to rise unchallenged and head home in the 34th minute. From then, Newcastle shifted gears, easing off their attacking intent and retreating into their familiar defensive shape. They relied on their two-line structure when out of possession and looked to hurt Arsenal on the counter. Arsenal tried to respond, but Newcastle's defense remained disciplined. Dan Burn, surprisingly deployed at left back, did an excellent job neutralizing Saka, while the central pairing handled the Gyokeres with composure. The second half followed a similar rhythm. Arsenal dominated the ball, but Newcastle's stubborn organisation made it nearly impossible to carve out clear-cut chances. Pope was outstanding, producing crucial saves to protect his side's lead. Around the 67th minute, Eddie Howe introduced defensive substitutions, shifting to a 5-3-2 formation and continuing to frustrate Arsenal even as Arteta threw on more attacking options. The breakthrough finally came with the introduction of Odegaard in the 82nd minute. Just 2 minutes later, his vision made the difference. A clever layoff to Declan Rice allowed the midfielder to whip in a dangerous cross, which Merino smartly flicked into the net for the equalizer. Deep into stoppage time, Odegaard delivered again, his corner finding Gabriel, who redeemed his earlier mistake with a thunderous header to seal the victory. This match played out exactly as you'd expect between these two sides. Newcastle will feel hard done by that their defensive structure couldn't withstand Arsenal's late surge. Arsenal, meanwhile, will be encouraged to see the benefit of the depth of quality in their squad, with players like Odegaard and Merino stepping up to change the game. Nick Pope was Newcastle's standout player, pulling off superb saves that kept his side ahead for much of the contest. Without Odegaard's magic, his performance might have been enough for the win. Voldemort and Gordon caused serious problems in the first half, with Voldemort making the most of his few touches by scoring from the corner. Gyokeres and Eze looked sharp early on, constantly testing Newcastle's resolve, though Pope repeatedly denied them. Saka and Trossard were quieter, with Saka clearly still short of full fitness and kept under wraps by Dan Burn. Rice and Zubimendi excelled in midfield, breaking up Newcastle's counters and creating big chances and opportunities with their passing range. Gabriel went from villain to hero, bouncing back from his poor defending at Newcastle's opener to score the match-winning header. Merino made his 20 minutes count, scoring the equaliser with perfect timing and positioning. In the end, this was a vital victory for Arsenal, especially after league leaders Liverpool were handed a big defeat against Crystal Palace. The result closes the gap to just 2 points and builds momentum ahead of a crucial Champions League clash with Olympiacos midweek. As for Newcastle, they'll need to put this appointment behind them quickly, with their Champions League campaign demanding full focus. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more Arsenal analysis. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.